Welcome to Hollywood in 1934 and to my channel. In my channel, I read old vintage newspapers and enhance them with pictures and video clips. I admit they are sometimes a bit random. Today, we'll be reading the Los Angeles Times newspaper for Saturday morning, dated February 17th, 1934. Here are some of the headlines. Warning for Hitlerites scheduled by Powers. Paris, February 16th. A three-power warning to Germany that Austria must not be meddled with was reported virtually agreed upon tonight by Great Britain, Italy, and France. A public declaration forming a moral bloc of the large powers would be signed under such a project in an effort to frighten Nazis from attempting to overpower the Austrian Chancellor Engelbert Dollfuss. The pronouncement was proposed by Premier Mussolini of Italy, who is leaving no stone unturned to keep Austria as a buffer state between fascism and Nazism. Army officers killed on pre-airmail duty. Although the Army has not officially taken over the airmail routes of the nation, 3 flyers who were to have flown the mail met death last night while piloting planes to their new posts of duty. A 4th Army flyer narrowly escaped serious injuries last night when he was forced down in New Jersey.
Lucille Broadfield, a famous woman flyer, takes off at early dawn while thousands cheer.
Bravo! What a flying sensation!
Miss Broadfield, how many women flyers do you represent?
I represent 50 women pilots in the United States. I am the secretary of the Butterfly Association.
What do you think of the Army taking over the mail?
Well, we girls are of the opinion that it was a very fine thing for Army to take over the flying of the airmail out of the hands of private interests.
Do you really think so?
But we also think that now is the time to put our wheels to the shoulder, our shoulders to the wheel. And at the last meeting, I was elected to go to Washington and find out why women can't fly the airmail just as well as men. I know I myself flew a letter from the Newark airport to Philadelphia, PA, and I wasn't forced down once.
Aren't you afraid to fly in this fog?
Fog or no fog, the mail must go on. And here I go right now.
Thank you, Miss Broadfield.
Cary Grant and bride to live simple life. New York, February 16th. We're going back to Hollywood to live a simple, quiet life. So said Cary Grant, the motion picture actor, when he returned last night on the liner Paris with his new bride, the former Virginia Sherrill, also of the films. Cutter theft stumps Navy. San Francisco. Boy, call a cop. A couple of cops. While you're at it, call up the Guard, the Army, the Marine Corps, the Boy Scouts, the Bloodhounds, and all the dragnets. 12th Naval District Headquarters revealed today that its cutter, number 15023, was stolen from Government Island January 20th. And the entire United States Navy has not been able to find it. It is worth $4,200. Gotham Special Sandwich, 75 cents. One large enough for 2. Gotham Delicatessen, 7050 Hollywood Boulevard. Thief steals wine but puts lock on door. Norwalk. A careful burglar last night entered the bunkhouse of the Core bus. That's the man's name, strange as it may seem. Mountain View number 3, Derry, after prying off the padlock of the door. After removing 2 barrels of wine valued at $45, the conscientious man replaced the padlock with a new lock and left with the wine. Young flyer hardly hurt. Santa Monica. Holbert Burroughs, 26-year-old son of Edgar Rice Burroughs, creator of Tarzan, suffered minor cuts and bruises, and a couple of golfers narrowly escaped injuries late today when the tiny monoplane in which young Burroughs was flying cracked up on the green near the 10th hole of the municipal golf links adjacent to Clover Field. Marble shooters to vie, Long Beach. Marble shooters will compete in the annual Marble Tournament to be held tomorrow under the auspices of the City Recreational Commission at the Lincoln School Grounds on Alamedos Avenue. Group champions will compete for the City Championship. Hey, when you were a kid, did you play marbles? Let me know by commenting below. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, I have a special short movie about how kids used to play. Shark fishing from a blimp. Fishermen along the Florida coast have taken to the air to add a new thrill to the already exciting pursuit of man-eating sharks. Photograph below shows a blimp crew unloading a prize catch. The hardest part of the new sport, fishermen say, is hauling the catch into the airship. The Stevens Nikabob. Some airlines are apparently not the straightest distance between 2 points, but a Nikabob meal is the straightest distance to contentment. A delicious dinner, 65 cents, 75 cents, 85 cents, served in imitable TikTok style, and complete luncheon, 35 cents and 50 cents. Tock Tea Room, Wilcox and Yucca Streets, Hollywood.
Let's go in here and eat.
No, I just got sight of Mrs. Woofus in there. She'd talk us to death. This is a nice place. Let's eat here.
Nix. I can see the Uphams inside. Can't stand them. I was never stuck on the grub here.
Am I? But at least we can eat in peace. Hello, folks. Mind if I sit down and eat with you?
It's Miss McSnicker.
True to tradition of her profession, Irene Dunne put in an appearance at the RKO studio yesterday, despite an unsightly skin infection on her face caused by sunburn and makeup. A doctor was summoned, and the verdict is that she will not be able to resume her work in Stingaree until next Wednesday at the earliest. Beauty secret. Karen Morley revealed the secret of her wonderful complexion yesterday. She washes her face with soap and water. Then she uses her husband's shaving lotion. There's a tip for you girls.
Someday, and when I sleep you keep my heart away. But when I wake, dreams divine, every breath that I take is
Stork expected. Friends of Charles Lamont, comedy director at Educational Studios, wondered why he moved to a larger home in Beverly Hills. The reason was discovered yesterday when Lamont revealed he did so he could redecorate a room with a nursery. Within a short time, the Lamonts expect a visit from the Stork. Mrs. Lamont is the former Estelle Bradley of the screen. According to word from Kansas City, the train bearing Duke Ellington and his orchestra here was delayed by a crowd of fans demanding a farewell concert. Ellington is scheduled for screen, theater, and nightclub engagements here, and is scheduled to arrive at the Southern Pacific Terminal this morning. His first picture will be at Paramount in Murder at the Vanities. These new electric steam line trains look like smiling caterpillars. I have never heard one whistle, but I imagine that the hoarse-old hoot of the Casey Jones locomotive is replaced by the wail of a dying swan. Baer sorry for Miss LaBelle. Livermore, February 16th. Max Baer, contender for the world's heavyweight fist-stick championship and the all-weight crown, for the love of lawsuits, observed his 25th birthday with the home of his folks today, feeling sorry for Miss Shirley LaBelle, who is suing him for $50,000 suit charging criminal assault. Preposterous, said Baer. Just a shakedown. I saw her once at a theater where I was performing. On another night, she sent me a note backstage saying she was down and out and wanted help. I sent her a little money. Another night, she called again and said she had no place to sleep. She appeared to be a nice little kid and generally down and out, so I phoned my hotel and told them to put her up and send the bill to me. That's the last I heard of her, and I couldn't tell you now what she looks like. But this action won't get her anything. My manager, Anil Hoffman, and my trainer, Jack Litch, were with me constantly during my stay in New York, and in addition, we had a government man checking up on my movements in fear of just such a thing as this. A lot of the girls apparently think I am an easy mark for a little easy dough. It won't get them anything. We are prepared, and I have been for some time. Did you know that Max Baer, the heavyweight champ, son is Max Baer Jr., Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies. Speaking of sons and boys, here is my clip of the All-American Boy, which includes an exciting Soapbox Derby race. Enjoy.
Friendly competition, a desire to win, enthusiasm that knows no bounds. That's the spirit of young America. From coast to coast, in everything from sandlots to stadiums, you'll find red-blooded American boys full of that old grit and determination that makes winners and champions. And when the shouting and the laughter of the sandlot grows dim, there's a reason. It's because the great American boy is hard at work, inventing, creating, building something. The energy that is forever behind both the competitive sports of youth and the desire to build and create new things is the energy that develops industrious, dependable citizens of tomorrow. Every spring, in thousands of attics, garages, and basements throughout the country, thousands of young Americans set to work, building their entries for the All-American Soapbox Derby. The All-American is the greatest amateur sporting event in the world because it combines both the ingenuity and creative spirit of young America with the natural racing and sporting instincts of boys of all ages. Every boy, everywhere, between the ages of 9 and 15 is eligible for this great race. Sponsored jointly by the leading newspapers and America's leading manufacturer of automobiles, local derbies are run in 116 different cities throughout the country. Each of these local champs is already the proud possessor of the M.E. Coyle Trophy. The place? Akron, Ohio. The time? The morning of August 16th. The excitement? The 1936 All-American and International Soapbox Derby Finals. Today, Akron is a city filled to overflowing, with a big welcome for the thousands who have come from every state in the Union to witness the big event. For the racers, first comes registration and entry blanks, then sweaters, shirts, and all the other official regalia. Thousands of spectators are milling about the champions' cars, getting a good close-up look. Every one of these cars represents many long, hard hours of thought and building. In every one can be seen the inventive and creative ingenuity of our American boys. Each entry gets his car weighed in, and an official sticker shows that the car has been checked by the technical committee and complies with all the rules. The medals and trophy awards and other prizes, too, share the limelight. There are 249 of them in all. And here are 116 All-American boys that have won their local derbies and have come to Akron to compete for the coveted title, All-American Soapbox Derby Champion for 1936. A few of the champions are taking time out for a sightseeing tour of the city, but most of them are going direct to the excited to think of anything but the big race. The thousands of spectators begin to fill the grandstand and line the sides of Soapbox Derby downs. No racetrack in the world is more colorful than this, and yet it's just for boys, all-American boys. At the top of the hill are the racing pits, where the cars are given the final going over for the big race. Here they are, all set for the first heat. There will be 39 heats run off first, then the winners of these will be grouped and eliminated until only 5 boys are left. The technical committee stands ready on the bridge. Here they go. Look at those cars travel. It's going to be close. Here's the finish. What a race, but that's only the beginning. From now on, they're going to follow one ride after the other. Maybe you'd like a ride down the track. All right, let's go. Hey, looks like we got off that one just in time. Guess we'd better stick to the sidelines. Back at the starting line, Herbert and Harold are ready for the flag. One will be the new All-American Soapbox Derby champion. There they go. A new national champion, Herbert Minch of St. Louis, crosses the line, the winner. But Herbert can't rest on his laurels as yet. Now both boys go back to the top of the hill and get set for the international race, racing against the champion from over the ocean, Norman Newman of South Africa. They're off. Herbert Minch is first, Harold Hansen second, Norman Newman of Pretoria, South Africa third. The American boy will be hard at work from now until the starting gun is fired in 37. And he'll be in there fighting for all he's worth, fighting with that same old spirit, that is building the Americans of tomorrow.